I love YouTube because it's a place where I can share my thoughts, what's going through the workings of my brain, and I can just share them with people, and there's no arguing except in the comment section. But I had another concept I wanted to share, and a lot of us trans girls, when we come out, people ask us, well, how do you know if you're a girl or a woman? How do you know if you feel like this? Or how do you know that you are really trans? How do you know for sure? I've even had potential transgender girls ask me that same thing. And the thing is, I'll try to be as open and honest and as straightforward as I can for this concept. I would always answer that question by giving them proof. Like, I always hung out with my sister and her friends, I used to play My Little Pony. I always felt like a girl when I was younger. I loved, dressing up in the girls' clothing and being kind of seen as a girl. When I read books that were girl books that had a girl character, I felt like I was her. I could give all of those things and try and convince them of what's in my past, or I can look to today. So the question really is, why is it that I know I have to transition today? Like, why is it I'm taking these steps today? Because it's not important what my past showed. What's important is the here and now. So why did I transition? Because I was going to kill myself. And I would not be here today if I didn't start my transition and have hope to being a woman and to being myself. Okay, so why did I transition? Because I felt so much like a liar to everybody that I came in contact with. Everybody I ever, interacted with. I felt like I was lying to them about who I was, and it made me feel awful, and it made me feel depressed, and it made me feel false, and it made me anxious and angry. It made me angry. Very angry. Okay, and then why must I transition then? Why must I transition today? Because I could not stand looking in the mirror anymore and seeing what was looking back at me, because it wasn't me. I was never happy no matter how fit I was as a guy. I was never happy with my body as a guy because I wasn't a guy. And even when I was a bodybuilder and ripped out of my mind, and I'm 6'1" and I was 206 pounds of just ripped muscle, and I was miserable. I hated my body because I'm a girl. I'm a woman. I'm a woman, and I'm not supposed to have a man's body. So, why must I transition today? Because I honestly need to do this to feel better about myself. Simple as that, today. And if I don't do it, it's going to kill me. It's going to kill me, people. So it's not about my past. It's not about convincing them anymore. So the way I answer this question today when somebody asks me is way different. It's not about, yes, well, let me prove to you now about everything that happens in my past and why I know and why it's led up to this and why now I must be who I am. No. If I didn't do this, I'd be dead. So when my parents ask me, my cousins, my grandparents, I let them know, look, if I didn't do this, I wouldn't be here today. I would be dead. Would you rather me do this and be alive? Or would you rather me be dead? Simple as that. Would you rather me be miserable and false? Or would you rather me be alive and well, being myself? And I think that's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to for me. I'm tired of trying to play back the old memories of why I wanted to dress up in girl stuff for Halloween. Because that's, that's what girls do, that they want to dress up in girl things, most times. When somebody asks me, well, did you know since you were little? I'm like, well, let's not talk about that. It's not as much relevant as today. If I didn't do this, I would be a miserable person. I couldn't stand looking at myself in the mirror. I'd feel like I was lying all the time, and most likely, because this is where and what I was going to do, I would have taken my life. I would not be alive today. You are talking to me today. I'm here before you, and you're asking these questions, and I'm able to answer them today because I transitioned, because I became myself.